Well, hello. Welcome back to the channel. Today's the day. We're actually going to do some mods that give us a little more power. So, let's get cracking. Let's go. All right, welcome back. Yep, today, like I said, we're gonna do some performance stuff. And normally I like to do one thing at a time to show the progression, you know, from what it was before and what that mod did. I'm gonna do a little different today because today I'm gonna do two things. And the reason why I'm gonna do two things is because I have to remove this component in order to install the other component. So I might as well just do both. So without further ado, this is what we got going on. Get my phone out the way. Today, we're doing the Solus Impeller. This is the 1217. That's our part number here. We're going to install that, as well as the RIVA ride plate for the EX Waverunner. So I got both of these at RIVA, and didn't get any discounts or anything from them. So this video is not sponsored, but we're going to install these things, and then after we install it, we're going to go to my local dealer so they can do the reflash the ECM for this impeller for gas. So I'm not going to do the E85 or anything like that, just for accessibility. You know, if it's a little sore, that's fine, but I just want accessibility to the right fuel, or the easier fuel. So yeah, we're going to get this going. I'm going to get the ski ready, and let's go. All right, back at the ski here. You can see why I probably need, you need to take off this right plate anyway. So that's why I got the upgraded one. So might as well do it in one shot. But this is a sport. If you've got a deluxe or any of the models above that, you're going to have the ride system. There's a couple more things to take off. Not a big deal. My wife's ski has all of that there. You can see that it's a little bit different the way they do it. Boy, my wife's ski is dirty. Holy cow! I need to clean that. So basically, I'm going to take off the right plate, 4 bolts, 12 millimeter. It'll give us access here. So I'll need to take off this bucket first, and taking off the bucket. We got to take this sucker off here. This is the actual steering control, as well as, I don't know if you can see that, but the actual bucket, this comes right off of the little sleeve here, and then this spring. So we should be good after that. So let's take this off first. Let's go. All right, so yeah, like I said earlier, 4 bolts. Unfortunately, with these bunks here, the way the Zeman bunks, I'm gonna have to take these out and then lift the back of the ski over and get these other 2 here. So let's do that. All right, see all the access I got here. So I'm gonna need to get, to these bolts here. But first, like I said, we gotta, why am I breathing hard? We're gonna disengage here. This is the 10 millimeter here to pop this off of the steering. And then this, like I said, comes off by hand, and then the spring. So I'm gonna take this off, put the reverse bucket down, so I can get to this stuff, and maybe take it off like this, because spring won't be pulling, so. All right, let's do it. All right, got that off. I tried to show it, but I think it won't. It'll be too fast for you to see it. But like I said, I mentioned earlier, this is the 10 millimeter here, and then this is a Allen number 5 for the top here. Just got to make sure you do that. Don't whack this thing thinking that it's stuck. It's still threaded, actually into this right here. This is threaded. So, all right. Now, next, I'm going to take off this hose here. Actually, do I need to? Yeah. I need to take off this hose here. I already have removed the vertical sprayer dealio. So you can check that out in my past videos. I show how to remove this and what I use to cap this instead of using a valve. So I don't have to worry about this. Normally, if you still have this here, you'd have to remove this. But we can remove this. Remove these 4 bolts here. Then I'll have 2 down here. You can see that. Yep, 2 down here, 1 there, and one right here. These are different lengths, I believe. These are longer, so I'll just make sure I take care of that, but let's do it. All right, buckets off. It really fought me. I noticed in videos that this is black RTV, but we got gray RTV here. I don't know if that makes a difference. But I'll need to clean this off, but it was on there. So kudos to Yamaha making sure stuff doesn't leak. But yeah, got it off. Had to get my trusty ratchet strap. I was real careful. It was hard to get an anchor point to, get some good torque on one end or the other. So I ended up wrapping it real carefully around the bucket, and then bringing it over to right here, and I was real careful. You can hear it when it's releasing. You'll hear the RTV starting to release. So at that point, I was just kind of like doing it as like a lever on my ratchet strap until it really started making more and more noise, and then I undid the ratchet strap and I was able to pull it by hand. So I see a lot of people take this. I think this is a Speedo. This might be the Speedo right here. I'm not sure. I think it's a Speedo. Should have taken it out from here, but that's okay. I'll just leave it. But, all right, let's get this off. I think I'm gonna run through the same thing. Got 4 12mm bolts. Uno, dos, cuatro, cinco. Oh, then one over here. But I think this one's a different length if I remember. So let's knock that out. Okay, so cleaning the surfaces. I mean, it's not 100% right, but the actual contact surfaces are clean. So we're good there. It took me a while finding the right thing. I've just kind of wire brush worked the best, but it's like it's brass or something. It's very pliable, so it's not scratching. That seemed to work the best. It took me forever, it seemed like, but I'm pretty anal about making sure it's right. But anyway, what I'm going to do now, got on the table. So I've got this tool here that I also got to sew. This tool I got from RIVA on an EX. It's the WR001. Basically, it's just a spline tool that fits in here, and you put a socket on this end, and then on this side, most people, they put in a vise very carefully so you don't damage it. Unfortunately, I don't have a vise, so I'm going to try to get a crescent or something and figure it out without damaging this. If I can't, I'll just have to find somebody with a vise. So, but you can see I took off the cone already. These are the Allen screws. It's a number 5, just like the nozzle, the steering for the nozzle on the top there. It's the same, pretty much same screw, or same socket, or number 5, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, I cleaned the grease out of it. It was full of grease. I already have grease to put back in there, but I'm going to get this apart first, and I'll be right back. Okay, like magic, it's in. I did not do this. I could not get to the one off, so I had to go to my local dealer and have him take it off. Word of advice: don't follow the instructions. On the instructions, it says you have to go counterclockwise, but as soon as they took it off, I'm sorry, scratch that. It says you need to do it clockwise, loosen it clockwise, but when they took this off, you loosen it counterclockwise. So I don't know what was going on there, but I'm glad I took it to them because they know what they're doing, right? So let's go ahead and get some RTV on this. I do want to note that the little cone, the end cone for the impeller, for the Solus impeller, I could have put this in, and it's got set screws on there. I believe the set screws go on the actual output shaft, and for me to access the output shaft, I need to take off the intake grate. And I just put the intake grate on. It's a EXR intake grate. And so check out some of my previous videos to see what I did there. But yeah, I'm gonna put the OEM cap back on here so I don't have to mess with that. And let's go. Okay, so a little update here. So I called my dealer just to make sure I was starting to second guess myself, because the rubber boot fit in here just fine, just like the other one. But I called him and said, hey, does this cone have to go with the Solus, even though the OEM one fits? Because these set screws here, I have to take off the intake grate. I know it's only 4 bolts, but I just did it like 2 weeks ago. So I called them and they said no. I would do it. We do it on all of our skis when we put this impeller on, so I would do it. So I'm like, okay. So just a note, if you're gonna do this Solus with this end cap here, you got to take off your intake grate as well. So not only you have to take off your ride plate, you got to take off your intake grate. So that'll be the part of the process, I guess. So let's go. Okay, so I got that little collar in, little blue collar right there. There are 3 Allen screws or bolts, whatever you want to call them. That wasn't fun tightening those down. So if there's an easier way to do it, please somebody let me know. I mean, if not, Solus can suck it, because that sucked. I'm sure I could have gotten those first 2 right there and then spun the engine over, but yeah, I had to get like a standard Allen key to make that fit and to put it in. So all right, so I'm going to put the intake grate in. I won't show you that because I've already shown you that in another video, and then we'll finish putting the pump together. Okay, intake grate is put back on. Yeah, wish I didn't have to do that, but yeah, let's get this housing put back on. Look at shiny impeller. I don't know if you can see it. Shiny. Let's knock it out. All right, so here's our 2 ride plates. Obviously this is OEM. This is the RIVA. You can tell it's actually quite a bit of difference between the 2. So I'm going to see how it goes. Let's flip her over. Sorry, that was loud. Oh yeah, vast difference on this side. I don't know if you can see that or not, but this is pretty plain. A little bit of groove right here, but look at all these grooves right here. I don't know if that was probably bad lighting. There you go. See if you can see those grooves right there. And it's got like a little step right here as well. It's really hard to see. I'm sorry, but let's get it hooked up. Impeller done. Reinstalled the intake grate, done. And install the ride plate, done. So what is next? We got to go to the dealer and pay for the flash and get it flashed so we can handle the higher RPM, because that's when the impeller comes alive. But I mean, relatively, it's not a bad deal. I mean, it sucks. I had to go to the dealer to get the impeller put on because I don't have a vise. So, but I was in and out in 5 minutes, so that works. But I'll show you here. Probably can't tell, but it's all put together. Yeah, just how it came off. But the ride plate is different. This sticks way out compared to the old one. The old one was like right around here. I don't know if you can see that, but the pump actually stuck out further. And right here, the pump still sticks out further, but just. So I think that's going to make a difference there. But yeah, we'll get it done, and then hopefully we'll get it taken for a rip. I'll take you with me. But as of tonight, it's beer o'clock, and I'll see you next time. But yeah, hopefully I'll be able to show some at the dealer. If not, then we'll just do it at the water. So see ya.